What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be diving into a Flicker of Doom, or a Gravebreaker Foretold, or a Doom Lamia. It's got so many different names, and it's got so many different routes to victory. It's such an amazing deck. It's Gravebreaker Lamia, and it's finally getting played. What is it, 2-3 sets later? It's about time. So, 5 mana for this enchantment creature. It's a snake and a Lamia. I don't even know what a Lamia is, but it's definitely not like a llama. Anyways, it's a 4/4 lifelinker. Whenever it enters the battlefield, search for a card in your library, and then put that card into the graveyard and shuffle your library. Furthermore, spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less to cast. So, if we use things such as Woe Strider and Demonic Embrace, where we're casting things from our graveyard, whether it be for escape or just an innate ability, we're going to be able to play? We're going to be able to pay less for them. So instead of having to pay 5 mana to get our Woe Strider back from the graveyard, it's only going to be 4. Instead of having to pay 3 for Demonic, it's only going to be 2. So you see the common theme there with the Gravebreaker Lamia. Not only does it set you up well for an offensive boost, so to speak, right, with the Demonic Embrace, it can also get you more creatures down with Woe Strider and or you know, give you that little boost with Mogis' favor. So essentially it finds you what you need, and then you know, makes it kaput, puts it in the graveyard. It's also really good for finding Pharika's Spawn, which is a 4 mana 3/4, and generally, again, you don't see this Gorgon, but in this scenario, it is so good. So it costs 6 mana and exile 3 other cards from your graveyard to escape it. Obviously, with your Gravebreaker down, it only costs 5, which is pretty good, given your Gravebreaker also costs 5, so... Anyways, you put this into your graveyard, then whenever it escapes with 2+1/+1 counters on it, so it makes it into a 5/6, so pretty solid body all in all for 5 mana. Furthermore, whenever it enters the battlefield this way, each opponent sacrifices a non-Gorgon creature. And I can go and tell you right now, there's not a whole lot of Gorgon creatures out there. So your opponent sacrifices a creature, you get a 5/6 back to the battlefield, and you're ready to go, right? And every time this card gets taken out, as long as it's not exiled, you can bring it back again and again and again and again. So it's a very fun deck, and it has a lot of cards that you don't normally see and won't normally see in other decks, simply because other people just don't respect the power. Alrighty, anyways, moving on from Gravebreaker Lamia, we have a ton of enchantment creatures, and that's because we're playing Archon of Sun's Grace. This 4 mana 3/4 flying Archon. I don't know what an Archon is. I'm guessing it's kind of like a Pegasus, right? Another word for it. Anyways, 3/4 flying lifelinker, allows you to create other 2/2 Pegasus creatures that also have lifelink, as long as this card is still down, and you got tons of enchantments to proc. So you got the Doom Foretold, the Daxos, the Mogis, the Birth of Meletis, and of course all this is wrapped together in a nice neat little bow with Flicker of Fate. 2 mana for this instant speed spell, exile target creature and enchantment, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Obviously you're the owner of it because, well, we're the ones playing this card. So what you're going to be doing with this is re-entering your Daxos, right? It gives you additional life or whatever. Not a huge deal. The main thing is it's an enchantment. It'll be re-entering the battlefield and re-procking the Archon. Same thing with Birth, right? You re-enter it, you get another Plains out, you get another wall out potentially, and you get to re-proc the Archon. Now the nice thing with the Birth of Meletis is, since it gives you another land, it also helps you re-proc the Felidar, right? So there's a ton of enchantments in this deck that you get a lot of value out of from bouncing at instant speed. Banishing Light, right? If you took a token the first go around, or if you took something that wasn't so important the first go around, now you can Flicker of Fate, bounce Banishing Light, and at instant speed for 2 mana, you can exile something, right? This is instant speed. This would already be down in an exile. So anyways, we basically are just playing a ton of good enchantments that are really, really excellent with the re-enter the battlefield effect. And I know what you're thinking, Chance, that's basically a Yorion effect, except as a one-off. And yeah, you're not wrong. So if you want to turn this 61 card deck into an 80 card Yorion deck, by all means, I think it can handle it perfectly fine, and I was actually planning on it, but essentially it was just going to add a whole lot of fluff to the deck that wasn't focusing on the main combo, that being the Gravebreaker Lamia, the Flicker of Fate, and Doom Foretold. Obviously, I'm not a huge player of Doom Foretold, but in this scenario, I gotta say, it's so very fun. So, last up, we have Elspeth Conquers Death. This allows you to get rid of those bigger permanents that your opponent may have while stopping their non-creature spells, or, you know, at least making them cost a little bit more, and then also allowing you to get back a creature from your graveyard. Now, key little note, if you get Pharika spawn back with ECD, it's not going to make them sacrifice something. So the only way that you will make them sacrifice with Pharika spawn is if you escape the card. So be sure you're paying attention to that. Anyways, outside of that, we're pretty much using Felidar, Archon, and you know, our tokens from Omen or our Daxos, and we're just beating the opponent down. We have Demonic Embrace to help give us a little bit more evasiveness. You know, it goes really well on the Daxos or even on the Omen of the Sun tokens. You know, turns a 1/1 into a 4/2 flyer. That is a huge boost in damage, right? Anyways, the lands are what the lands are. If you got the pathways, play the pathways. Got the fables, play the fables. Yada, yada, yada. Anyways, I hope you've all been enjoying this video. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section, of course subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more. We're nearing that 10,000 mark, and of course I have a plethora of rewards and systems, I guess, set up for when we do hit that 10,000 mark. So not only are you excited for it, I'm excited for it. Anyways, let's dive right into the matches, and remember, we do have daily videos that go live. I was about to say every single day, but that is what daily means. At 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure if you're bored or if you're looking for something to do, you're hopping out, saying hi, what's up, and giving us a little watch. Anyways, let's dive into some magic. Sinus, Sinus, Sinus. I'll quit. Again, a little questionable about this hand, but we have 3 lands, so maybe we can get to the Archon. Being able to flicker that Elspeth's Nightmare could be really good for us, depending on what the opponent's playing, of course. Omen of the Sun, that's not bad either. And we'll wait and basically just play Omen at instant speed, since opponent hasn't played anything down yet, minus the Pharika Caverns. Looks like the opponent's playing mono black. Alright, so obviously I want to get the Archon down. Question is, nah, we can't. We could theoretically wait on it so we have mana for the flicker, but we'd have to wait until we saw another land completely, so. I think here, as much as I want to play the Gravebreaker, I think we're going to go for that Elspeth's Nightmare. And then we'll still have mana for the flicker. Goodbye, Solemn. Resolve that. And get in for 5. Alright, opponent's already down to 13. We got a way of protecting our Archon. Shadow's Verdict. Verdict mana cost 3 or less. That's just going to get all these guys, but our Archon should stay, right? Correctamundo. Now, I could use Flicker on the Omen. I'll give us the 2/2 and the 2 1/1s back. That's 6 damage, puts him down to 7. Let's do it. We came here to play some cool fun stuff. Let's play some cool fun stuff, huh? Ooh, Treacherous Blessing. That's pretty good. It's a Peer into the Abyss deck. Well, not today it's not. Some other days, maybe, but not today. Not today. Archon, I was really hoping to see, oh, shoot. Should have played that Mogis' Favor on the Archon. That's the whole reason we have it here, but whatever. We'll play it now. It's no biggie. So we got a 5/3 and a 2/2. Alright, and that's going to be it for the opponent. They said, yep, I'm good. I don't think we can come back. So, picking up that victory rather easy. Knock, going to be our next foe. We're going to keep this hand. We got enough for the Daxos, and we got the Brightclimb to where we can get to the Treacherous Blessing, so. Or Elspeth's Nightmare, I suppose, whatever we need, really, right? And we're going to hold off on playing the Treacherous Blessing. Hold off for a little bit. Probably just go for the Omen of the Sun. Daxos doing his work. It's a mono blue deck. Well, we don't like those, but thankfully we do have a flash speed spell, so we can sort of make them choose. Basically, do they want to, yeah, counter here, or do they want to wait till next turn? They went ahead and countered. I'm not gonna lie, I wish they hadn't, but that's okay. Fabled will allow us to get to that ECD action, which is always lovely. Could go for a Treacherous here. We have the mana wide open. Let's do it, actually. We can flicker it as well to draw some more cards. Hey, there's our Doom. But I don't trust the mono blue player. I don't trust the mono blue player at all. Do you? He shouldn't. He most certainly should not. So come on, use some mana. Show me that you have something besides counter magic. It's a shark. It is a little shark. Well, that's good though. This means we can get Doom Foretold down, right? Bam. And of course Treacherous is going to cost us 1 life, but Doom. Gain some life back, make them discard, draw us a card, create a knight. Now we're not getting to get rid of the Treacherous Blessing, but that's okay. Demonic Embrace, hey, that could be pretty good on our knight there, right? Could deal some serious damage. I say we go for it. Negate. That's fun. I'd rather see it here than later. And we're still at 20 life, so it's not like this Treacherous Blessing is, you know, hitting us too hard. I kind of want to go for this Elspeth's Nightmare, actually. So it'll give us a little look-see into their hand. It's a Kraken deck. What up, Kraken? What's Kraken lacking? Not you, Knock. You are not Kraken lacking. So they got the Sea Dasher out of hand, 2 Essence Scatters, and a Pouncing Shore Shark. Well, if that's the case, then I need to go ahead and play this Archon down here, yeah? Of course, if they go to Pouncing Shore Shark, they're just going to... Oh, no, yeah, this is perfect. All right, this is beautiful. They're going to be thinking that they got me and all, and I'm going to have them and all. All right, so Nadir. Oh, dear, it's Nadir. They are going to pay the 1, all right. Are they going to go for the Pouncing Shore Shark? They are. Oh, you silly goose. I'll bet you they target my Archon too, huh? They do indeed. So now it's time for the flicker. Kablamo. This way we don't have to replay it next turn. We just take the little 2/2 and block. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. We say goodbye to their graveyard, and we say goodbye to their Pouncing Shore Shark and everything underneath. That's right, it's an ECD. And we're going to go back up to 19 health when we swing in. Never mind, Knock. They've seen enough. I guess we shouldn't knock it till we try it. Mono Blue Mutate just didn't seem that good, though. Worth. I like that. I don't know, is it worth it? Yeah. Oh, no. It's probably called Wharf, and I'm sitting here making fun of nothing. Wharf 76. Sounds like an animal sound, right? Wharf, wharf, wharf. Kind of like a seal. Anyways, I digress. We're going to play down the Daxos. We could have went for the Birth, yes, but, you know, the sooner you get the Daxos down, the sooner you get the other creatures giving it health. Or giving you health, I guess. It doesn't give the Daxos health. It does, actually, to a degree. I don't know what I'm saying. Blood Chief Surge taking out the Daxos. That was pretty simple. Pretty easy play there from the foe. I'm just going to slam a jam of this Woe Strider. Solid card, and if they remove it, you know, we can always get it back later, so not a huge deal. Evolving Wilds. That almost makes me think that it's some kind of Rakdos landfall deck. You're going to be taking out our Woe Strider. Fine by me. Hey, a Felidar. We leave those on top. It's beautiful. So we have double white, we have double black. Let's go ahead and grab our third black mana, just in case we hit an Agadeems. And there's the Felidar. Next turn, we can play down Temple, have mana for the Flicker in case they try to remove the Felidar, and have the Birth. So, all is well that ends well, right? Alright, well. You get rid of the Temple because the Birth will give you another land come next turn. That's my theory on that. By the way, this song is ridiculously loud, so I'm going to skip it. Redonkulous. Alright, so Birth, land, cat, and Woe Strider. Alright, so we got a fairly solid field down here now. They can't bring Kroxa back quite yet, but they are getting close to it. Oh, what's up with all these Rakdos decks this morning? I go so long without seeing Rakdos, and then it's just like, BAM! In your face. You can tell Worf has actually been playing for a while. They have the OG land symbol sleeves. Those were, or I guess they could have went back on sale, huh? Anyways, we'll do the old goat sacrifice Reno here. Flicker of Fate. I mean, I could just keep flicking my, what's it called? We'll look for something else. I could just keep flicking my Birth and grabbing lands. It's not a terrible idea. Hey, Fabled. Hey. That's a Fabled Passage. We're probably going to grab some white mana here, just so we can keep it nice and even Steven, right? And we will create more units. We can bring back a Woe Strider, but it would require us to exile a Woe Strider, so we're not going to. We're just going to go for the swing in here. As I say, they will probably take it, as this will allow them to get their Kroxa down. If they go for Kroxa, they only have 2 mana left, though, right? But it does make me discard the Flicker. We could still Flicker the Birth, but then that would hit us on a land, and we'd have to discard the land, right? So yeah, that's fine. D's fine. Alright, if we get down Daxos, we don't have enough to still get down Woe Strider. That's super unfortunate. Let's go for the Daxos then. No attacks. We can triple block the Kroxa, not exactly where I would love to be, but you know, if we can get rid of it, I'm gonna be happy. Liliana, they're gonna be what, taking out the Daxos? Yeah, you don't have any cards in your graveyard. You silly goose. So they decided to take out a 2/2 instead. Kroxa probably still gonna swing in, maybe? I don't know, they don't have a blocker for the Liliana then. Flicker of Fate. Another one. Another one. Alright, well, let's take out Liliana. They block Daxos. I guess we gotta go for the Woe Strider. For the Woe Strider. There we go. Come back as a good old 5/4. Can't block out Kroxa this turn, but they got a ton of Bone Crushers, by the way. Just lined up and ready. Blood Chief's Thirst. Alright, well, let's get our Scry on here. Another Felidar. God, it's so hard for me to say no to that. We should say no to that, but not going to. Let's keep our 2/2 back to defend. They're to the point now where they should just be top decking and playing giants, right? Alright, so we need to find some exile effects. Gravebreaker Lamia. I mean, it makes our Woe Striders cost less, right? What card do we want to put into our graveyard? I think we want this, the Gorgon, right? That we can escape. Make some sacrifice. It only costs us 3 other cards from our graveyard too, so that's pretty good all in all. Now we can either trade out the Gravebreaker here. Does make our other spells cost a little bit more, but I think it's worth it. We go back up to 18, down to 12. They play down their other 2 Bone Crushers, maybe? Hopefully they don't have any graveyard exile effects. That'd be terrible. Terrible. If nothing else, we're at least getting a good run for our money. I would definitely say it's worth it. Alright, Bone Crusher. And drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. Another drum roll. Or another Bone Crusher, goodness. Another drum roll. That one wasn't good enough. Tire Merit calls the dead. I lied. What is this? Fissure Wizard. Sounds like a child's toy. I guess we do it like that. We don't need 2 Woe Striders in the graveyard, right? So they'll sacrifice the 2/2. We'll create 2 more 2/2s. And there we go. So we're not in a fantastic position, but we're certainly holding our own. And we know that Rakdos is a top tier deck. If we can find some life gain, some exile effects, you know. Even though ECD won't hit Kroxa, it could hit the Bone Crusher, which would be nice. It also allows us to bring back our cards. Agadeems would be cool. Be a cool little thing. Of course, we need 1 more mana for me to really feel good about Agadeems, right? Archon would be good, obviously. Flying, you know, lifelinker would be nice. Opponent taking a little while to decide they want that swamp. That's okay. Down to 12. We can block out that Bone Crusher this turn. The nice thing with our Pharika's spawn is they can't block into it, or they can't take it out too much, or they're going to be taking out their own creatures. So we will double block it here. Just seems like a good course of action, right? Oh my goodness, it's another Kroxa. They might take us out just with the Kroxas, huh? I guess I didn't really think about that. They have enough over here? They do. But if you just take that damage on the chin, then I guess we could have blocked just with the 2/2, huh? Birth of Meletis, that's not going to do it for us. Yeah, no, that's GG. That is GG. Amy Polar? Pollard? I'm sure I'm saying that name wrong. To which I apologize. We are going to keep this hand. It's a little risky, but we got the turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, and potentially turn 5 play if we can hit it. Okay. I'm going to need some more lands. I'm going to need more lands before I get anything else. Opponent's playing Bob Ross lands, and we're happy. We're happy about that. So, you know, Doom Foretold, not necessarily what we were looking for here. That's okay. Frantic inventory. I hate to see that because it generally means the opponent's playing a Teferi's tutelage, and well, you hate to see that. If they do go for the tutelage, though, we probably just play the plains, play the banishing, right? Merfolk Secret Keeper. Just don't mill me of my lands. That's all I ask. That's all that I ask. And you're milling me of my land. You're doing that same thing I told you not to. Same thing I told you not to. Well, yeah, hey, Rune Crab. That's a fun one to see. Fun one to see, for sure. And then you want to save for some counter magic, of course. You don't just want to go spending your mana all willy-nilly. All right, let's see if we can hit a Treacherous Blessing. We do. We're gonna have to discard some cards here, but that's okay. We can discard the Demonic Embrace. We can discard one of the ECDs. But there we go. We got some land, so that's good. Tutelage from the foe. We knew it was gonna happen. Matter of when, not if. That's alright. What are we down to? 32? So if I just immediately go for the Doom Foretold, we are dealing with their stuff. Yeah, I think I want the Doom Foretold. You foretell there is doom. Take a Rune Crab. On our next turn, we'll be up to 6 mana. Another tutelage. So that's fine, because we're going to be getting rid of one of these tutelages. One of these tutelai. Tutelai. We can also ECD the other one if we want to, if we just want to hard shut it down. I'm not going to lie, I'm very tempted to do. Merfolk Secret Keeper, not a big deal. Alright, so if I Banishing Light the tutelage, we'll need to play something else down. I guess I can also Omen, right? If I play down Archon, do I have anything that can follow that? Alright, well then let's Banishing Light. Take the tutelage. And then we'll Omen of the Sun on their turn. This gets rid of the Secret Keeper. Tutelage still doing a little bit of work here for him. We got another Woe Strider in the graveyard. Not terrible. Into the Story. That's horrific. They're going to be milling us 8 cards here. Puts us down to 14. Boy, I'm loving this. Loving it. Let's go ahead and use Omen. So how do we get to take them out before they mill us, you know, 13 more cards, 12 more cards, whatever it may be? Doom Foretold is definitely going to help, but get rid of that. Grab some more black mana. I think here we go for the Archon and other stuffs. Or actually, yeah, as much as I don't like it, I think we do have to ECD their tutelage. Swing all in. We only have 13 cards left. We got but a few turns to get them down to 0. Alright, this takes out Secret Keeper. The nice thing is they do only have 5 mana, so it's a little bit harder for them to, like, you know, play tutelage plus draw cards or whatever. Maddening Cacophony. Yeah, we're down to 5. Couple more Merfolk Secret Keepers and we'll be up the creek without a paddle, essentially. Sacrifice our own Doom Foretold here. This will make ECD proc, which is obviously excellent for us. Definitely go for the Archon. And I think we go for the Demonic Embrace here. Discard that. So we're dealing 5 this turn. They're down to 14. We have 5, 8, 10 damage on board, plus 2 Mogises. That is enough. That's lethal, but we only have 4 cards left in the deck, so it's down to this. I didn't think it was going to be such a close match, honestly. I thought they were just going to mill us and we were going to be done, but here we are, Amy. You better have the answer, or I'm going to. I have 6 mana. They're passing it back to us. No way. No way, Jose. Alright, so what are we returning here? Another Archon? I mean, I think that makes the most sense, right? Arconios. Demonic Embrace. Didn't say please. Oh no. We have 0 cards left. I can Demonic Embrace onto here. That'd be 4, 8, 3's 12. Yeah, I think that's still enough, but they could counter it. Oh, but they can counter this as well. Alright, let's go for the Demonic Embrace. Let's discard this. Alright, Amy, show me what you got. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have the answer. Maybe we have the answer. Is this going to be a victory? Come on. Into the rule. No! That was lethal. Alright. Well, GG, Amy. You got us right there in the end. Right there in the end.